Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're actually looking at relationships, not love relationships. We're looking at friends and family as well as work relationships. Okay, so all those sort of platonic relationships around you in your life, we're going to have a bit of a look at those this week. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. It does really help the channel grow and evolve, do the best things I can for you guys. I do apologize in advance for any sniffling or coughing. I have some really bad sinus issues that are sort of ongoing, so you'll probably hear that in my intro for the next sort of couple of months, I kind of imagine, with winter just starting here in Australia. Okay, but we did do the June readings just last week. So, the weekly readings were the full scale June readings, and then we had love readings in that all sign readings. So make sure you check those out if you haven't already. I'm using just lenormand today. So we've got the Tanis lenormand we're going to be using for friends and family. I do have the green glyphs lenormand that we are going to use for work relationships, and I do also have the paper oracle, so we can just do a bit of a general check-in with you as well, that relationship with self. Okay, but that's what we've got so far. We'll get started straight into it for you, Gemini. Starting off with friends and family. What is going on for Gemini with friends and family? Anything Gemini needs to be aware of with their relationships, with their friends or with their family, please? Okay. Starting us off here, Gemini, we do see straight away feminine energy coming through here. So, I don't normally genderize the energies, but when we are talking about, friends and family, it is most likely that it is going to be a female friend or a female family member, or somebody who does present very feminine. Okay. We do, there is this element of nurturing and emotional sensitivity with the female energy as well. But this person does seem to be somebody quite important to you. Definitely could be a mother kind of figure for some of you as well. We do have the birds coming through next. So there is an important conversation happening with this person in the near future here. The crux of this conversation, we do see the stork energy. Okay, so for some of you, it's kind of coming through that this person is literally just shit stirring, trying to stir you up kind of energy. So be, aware of that, Gemini. If this person is just trying to stir you up, they're just trying to get a bit of a reaction out of you, I feel, for some of you. For others of you, this is, they're stirring the pot in the sense of, having conversations with you, trying to come up with ideas and trying to, it really does talk about generating ideas and, growing things, thinking about, how we can, grow and move into new energy. I will grab one more just to clarify that. Clarify that stork energy for Gemini. Here we go. So we do see the mountain clarifying that there. So like I said, for those of you where someone's just stirring the pot for the reaction, they are looking for that reaction. This is an obstacle or a delay. Somebody might be trying to, just make things a little bit harder for you, just for the sake of it. I kind of feel for some of you here, this does talk about hard work and perseverance as well. So for some of you, this is, someone trying to stir up brand new ideas within you, trying to get the inspiration sort of flowing for you here in order to, push you to, put in a bit more work, try just a little bit harder here. Okay. So I'm getting the two sort of main messages there, but where does that lead Gemini? What's the near future outcome here from this energy with Gemini, friends and family? we have the house. Okay, so this person is, they feel comfortable enough with you to start with, to stir you up a little bit and get that, get you moving a little bit here. But it's safety and security ultimately here. This person is sort of trying to push you a little bit towards, being a little bit more secure within either yourself or things that are going on around you. It is kind of trying to push you to be a little bit more stable with reactions, with your life in general, with the directions that you're going. They're wanting you to sort of put in just a little bit more work, whether that be, for that relationship. For some of you, they may just want that relationship and you to put just a little bit more work into the relationship. Come home a little bit more often, Gemini, is kind of what some of them seem to be sort of saying, is that, they want a more stable connection with you. For others, that it is just, pushing you to be a little bit more stable and secure within your own self, within your something within your life. It does seem as though this person is, they do have, good intentions, but for some of you it may be, coming across as they're just trying to sort of stir the pot, stir you up, get you a bit revved up. So, because I feel like this person, they know you enough to know that if you get sort of revved up and passionate about something, that's when things start happening. That's when you start actually doing the work and putting a bit more effort into things. So, I just kind of feel that it's done in a kind of loving way. We do see that feminine. So it is a nurturing, loving kind of energy. They're just trying to push you in the right direction here. Even if it comes across as, they're just trying to stir me up, But looking at career and work relationships for you, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini with work and career relationships? Work and career relationships for our Gemini, please. We see the tower coming through first and foremost. So, I am sort of taking these first cards to sort of be talking a little bit more about, specific people for you. The tower is, whoever's in authority over you within your career, your work. There's some sort of, authority figure, someone who stands tall and strong above the rest kind of energy. So, it's kind of like the boss, the big boss figure here, with that tower energy. You're kind of feeling a little bit like stuck, that, they rely on you a little bit too much. There is a very strong, with the anchor here, it's a very strong, dependable kind of energy. You can rely on this boss figure and they feel as though they can rely on you. I just feel as though for a lot of you that you're kind of feeling a bit weighed down, that you're a little bit stuck at the moment with this person, just sort of not knowing, how to sort of deal with certain things within the workplace, and not realizing as much that you can actually rely on this person a little bit more than you feel that you can. They do seem to be, they rely on you a fair bit here, Gemini, and it actually goes both ways. Okay, the next card I've got is the flowers. So the flowers is all about reciprocal energy. Okay, so, whatever they're doling out to you, you can dole back out to this person. Okay, even if they're your boss, they do already rely on you quite heavily. You can actually rely on them just as much. Okay, I feel like for some of you, giving this person a little bit more of your time, your energy, your love, the more that you give to this person, the more you receive back. Okay, it's a very reciprocal energy here, and it does involve giving. Okay, so if you're worried that you haven't been feeling like you're getting the best out of this boss figure, give a little bit more of yourself to them, and don't be afraid to approach them with a giving sort of energy, that, oh look, I've got an extra 10 minutes. Was there anything else you needed me to sort out for you? And this person will actually start to, give you a little bit more in return. If you, and especially too, I'm getting on a personal level for a lot of you that, there may be a very professional relationship there, but it's kind of like this person's open to you giving a little bit more of your private self to this person, and showing them a little bit more of, like, and relying on them a little bit more, and showing them that you do, feel as though you can rely on them as well. I feel, and that's going to strengthen that relationship, and, enable them to rely on you even more. So, it's all for the good. It's kind of the more that you give to this person of yourself, whether it be time, love, energy, whatever, the more you're going to receive back from this person as well. So, that's when we do see, those relationships getting stronger and stronger, and this person knowing, I can rely on Gemini, and I know Gemini is going to get things done, and it's going to be, a stronger relationship here. And so, when things like promotions come up, they're going to think of you first, and things like that. I know I can rely on Gemini. I know Gemini will, have everything sorted. So they're going to give a lot more to you in return. It just does feel a little bit dependent on you giving a little bit more of yourself to them. Okay. So I do feel that for some of you, it is on a personal level. So it is like, showing them a little bit more about who you really are, even if it's just something blasé, like just telling them, what you got up to on the weekend, and just opening up that door to, deepen that connection with this person just a little bit more. So it does feel like it's somebody who's a bit authoritarian kind of power dynamic there. They do seem to be a little bit, in power. Consider, like, there may be somebody who's very, they very keep to themselves a lot as well, and so you may have sort of struggled in the past with knowing exactly, how do I create a better relationship with this person, and this is how you do it. You give a little bit more of yourself to them, and you show them a little bit more of yourself, and they'll give that back to you. Okay. So that's what we're seeing with the work relationships for you here, Gemini. But we'll have a look. Is there anything else that Gemini needs to be aware of at the moment? Anything else coming in for Gemini? Any messages for Gemini to be aware of, please? Okay, so I am seeing here, we do have a message about personal growth coming through. We have the tree energy there, which is about the way that you look after yourself, the way that you look after your role in your life. Okay, and the personal growth that you are experiencing, have experienced, will experience. Okay, so learning a little bit more about yourself, evolving and growing within yourself, trusting your own wisdom. Okay, and we do see here, firstly, we've got the ship, and that's actually followed by the storm. Okay, so it's kind of telling you to, set sail regardless of the weather. All right. It's kind of like, look at life as an adventure. Even if you think that there's a storm up ahead, face it, jump on that ship and sail through it. And don't be afraid of the storm, because, the storm energy is very cleansing, and sometimes, yeah, it can be a bit crazy. You can get whipped around and you don't know what's happening, but this is just sort of, a journey within yourself. So, within your life in general, don't be afraid to face the storms that sort of, life just brings just randomly through our lives, right? But it's looking at these storms as though they're adventures. They're opportunities for you to learn, and they're opportunities for you to display to yourself, how you look out for yourself, because we do have the fox here as well. the fox energy really, it's very clever and intelligent. So we see a lot of wisdom with the tree and the fox energy here. It's relying on your own inner wisdom and your own ability to learn and look out for yourself. And that's really what's going to get you through these storms in the future. Okay, so there is this element here, Gemini, of you sort of, getting on that ship and sailing into the sea, regardless of whether you're going forwards into calm waters or this storm front, just being willing to get on that ship and travel, kind of energy. I do feel, it can be about actual travel, but I'm kind of really feeling that this is a journey within your own soul. All right. And there may feel like there's a storm coming for a lot of you here. But it's about facing that with your own intelligence, your own wisdom, and looking out for yourself, number one, doing what you need to do, saying what you need to say in order to get yourself through that storm one way or another. Okay, standing very strong in your own independence, using your own wisdom and intelligence to see you through anything that comes your way. Okay, so bit of a mixed bag there for you, Gemini, but that's what we have. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and hopefully I will see you all again soon.